There are moments in life when everything feels as though it is slipping through our fingers. What we once thought was certain suddenly begins to fade away. Perhaps opportunities seem to disappear, relationships shift, or the dreams we've held close take an unexpected turn. It can feel confusing, disheartening, and even frightening. Yet deep within every seeming loss, there lies a quiet whisper, a message that life is not falling apart, but gently rearranging itself in divine order. Life is not punishing us, it is aligning us. It is moving us from what no longer serves our growth towards something far greater than we could have planned ourselves. When we feel as though we are losing something precious, our first instinct is often to hold tighter. We cling to the familiar, even when it has already fulfilled its purpose. But life, in its infinite wisdom, always knows when it is time for change. The universe works through both endings and beginnings, and sometimes what we call loss is actually a sacred act of clearing. It removes the old energy so that new blessings can enter. This is not an easy truth to accept in the moment, but as our hearts soften, we begin to see that what leaves our lives often makes space for something that fits who we are becoming. Think of life as a river, ever moving, ever flowing. There are times when the water carries us smoothly and times when it shifts direction without warning. We may resist the current, fearing where it will take us, yet the river always knows its way to the ocean. The same is true for our spiritual path. Every twist and turn, every rise and fall is guiding us toward expansion. Even when we cannot see the bigger picture, the current of life continues to flow in our favor. In these moments of uncertainty, it helps to take a deep breath and say gently, I am safe. Life is for me, not against me. This simple truth softens the fear that tells us we are losing something. It reminds us that we are always being guided toward higher alignment. Every soul journey includes moments of release. It is through letting go that we make room for new understanding, for deeper love, for truer peace. Sometimes what feels like a door closing is life's way of redirecting us to another door, one that leads to more joy and fulfillment. The universe often hides its blessings within endings because it wants to teach us to trust. It wants us to learn that nothing truly meant for us can ever be taken away. The form may change, the faces may shift, the seasons may turn, but the essence of what is meant for us remains. The energy of love, of peace, of divine purpose, these can never be lost. It's important to be kind to yourself during transitions. Allow yourself to feel. Let the tears fall if they need to. Let the silence hold you. Pain is not a punishment. It's an invitation to look deeper, to understand what your soul is truly asking for. When we stop fighting our emotions and instead listen to them, they begin to heal us. Each emotion carries a message, and every tear releases resistance. It's the body's way of saying, I'm ready to let go now. When we begin to trust that there is a higher plan unfolding, even in what seems chaotic, something beautiful happens inside us. The heart begins to rest. The mind softens its need to understand everything. We learn to say, I may not see it now, but I know this is part of something greater. This quiet trust opens the door to peace. It allows the universe to work through us rather than against our resistance. In truth, we are never losing. We are aligning with a divine rhythm, one that always moves us toward healing and wholeness. As we walk this path of trust, we come to see that every ending has a gift wrapped inside it. Sometimes it's a lesson in self-worth. Sometimes it's an opportunity to grow in love, to know ourselves more deeply, or to release patterns that once held us back. Life removes what is no longer aligned so that we can rise higher. The more we understand this, the more gracefully we move through change. Each moment, whether joyful or painful, carries wisdom. Each experience shows us something about the power of our own hearts. Nothing is wasted. Even the pauses, the moments of uncertainty are sacred. They are preparing us for the next chapter, one that reflects our inner growth. Life is not random. It is purposeful, compassionate, and always unfolding in divine order. There is a quiet truth that brings comfort. We are always exactly where we need to be. When we accept this, peace begins to blossom within us. We start to see that our losses were never meant to break us. They were meant to awaken us. They were meant to remind us of our strength, our resilience, and our ability to love ourselves through every season. When the mind says, "I'm losing," the heart can softly answer, "No, I'm aligning." This shift in awareness changes everything. It opens a doorway from fear to faith. And through that doorway, we step into the flow of life once again, calmer, wiser, and more connected to the truth of who we are. The beauty of alignment is that it is always happening, even when we cannot feel it. The universe has a rhythm far more intelligent than our plans. When we look back at the journey of our lives, we often see that the moments we thought were mistakes or misfortunes were actually divine rearrangements, turning points that brought us closer to our true selves. Life knows what it's doing. The art of living peacefully is learning to trust that wisdom. Alignment means coming into harmony with what is true, natural, and supportive to our soul. It is not about perfection or control. It is about openness. It's the willingness to say, even though I don't understand everything right now, I choose to trust that something wonderful is forming. In that trust, we find calmness, and calmness invites clarity. When the heart is at peace, it can hear the guidance of life. There is no need to rush. The higher plan unfolds gently, like the dawn revealing the sky. You are a part of that plan. You have not been forgotten or left behind. You are exactly where love intends for you to be. Every event, every emotion, every pause has meaning. Alignment is not something we chase, it is something we allow. It's a return to the natural flow of who we are, peaceful, trusting, and supported. When we stop labeling experiences as good or bad, we begin to see that everything works together for our growth. Even delays have purpose. Even silence holds guidance. Sometimes what seems like rejection is actually protection. The universe will never allow what truly belongs to you to pass you by. It only delays what is not yet ready or not yet aligned. What is meant for you will always meet you when you are ready to receive it fully. One of the most powerful shifts we can make is releasing the need to control every detail. Control comes from fear, the fear that if we let go, everything will fall apart. But true alignment begins with trust. It begins with a deep breath and a soft whisper within that says, "I am willing to let life guide me." When we do this, we create space for miracles. We make room for the universe to surprise us in ways far greater than we could have imagined. Letting go is not giving up. It's choosing peace over tension. It's allowing the natural flow of life to lead rather than forcing outcomes from fear. Life flows like water. It moves around obstacles, finds new paths, and nourishes everything it touches. When we resist, we create pressure. But when we trust, we float effortlessly with the current. It is in this ease that alignment happens. There is power in acceptance. Acceptance does not mean we love every experience, but it means we stop fighting against what is. When we say, "This too has purpose," we open our hearts to understanding. Acceptance frees our energy from struggle and directs it toward healing. From that place of peace, we can see clearly. act wisely, and grow beautifully. The mind loves certainty, yet life's beauty lies in mystery. When things do not go as planned, instead of asking, "Why me?" we can begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" That question alone transforms resistance into awareness. It opens the door to deeper understanding. Every event, no matter how confusing, carries light within it. That light leads us home to ourselves. When you begin to trust this process, your whole being relaxes. Your body softens. Your breathing deepens. The tension that once lived in your shoulders, your stomach, your heart begins to dissolve. The more you trust, the more your body heals. This is the divine balance between mind and body. When the mind releases fear, the body releases pain. Alignment is not only spiritual, it is physical. It brings harmony to every cell, every thought, every breath. You are never behind. You are never off course. You are in the middle of a divine dance with life. The steps may not always make sense, but the rhythm is perfect. The higher plan knows when to move, when to pause, and when to change direction. Trust that rhythm, follow it with love, and you will always find your way. When life takes something away, it does not mean you are losing. It means you are being prepared for something new. Trust the unseen order. Let your heart open wide and whisper, "I am aligning with a higher plan. Everything is working out for my highest good." Say it softly, say it often, and let those words anchor peace into your soul. Because no matter how things appear, you are never losing. You are being guided, supported, and loved beyond measure. There is a deep peace that begins to grow within the heart the moment we release the need to control life. When we stop wrestling with what is and instead trust the rhythm that already exists, something soft and beautiful awakens inside us. We realize that resistance is only a form of fear, the mind's way of trying to protect us from the unknown. But when we resist, we create tension. When we allow, we create harmony. Every moment that feels uncomfortable is not there to hurt us, but to invite us to surrender. Life asks only one thing of us, to trust its wisdom, even when we cannot see its plan. Letting go is one of the most courageous things a soul can do. It means loosening our grip on what once gave us a sense of safety, even when that safety was only an illusion. It means saying, "I no longer need to control this. I am ready to let life take the lead." When we do this, we shift from forcing outcomes to allowing miracles. The energy that was once caught in struggle becomes available for creation, healing, and love. It's like taking a deep breath after holding it for too long. The relief is immediate. The peace is undeniable. Imagine life as a gentle current flowing through every experience. Resistance is like placing large stones in the water. It doesn't stop the flow. It only creates turbulence. But when we release those stones, when we trust that the current knows its destination, the water becomes calm again. This is what happens inside us when we stop resisting what life is showing us. Peace returns, clarity deepens, and we begin to see opportunities that were hidden beneath our fear. What once felt like chaos becomes movement. What once felt like loss becomes transformation. Each time we resist, we delay our alignment with joy. Resistance says, "I don't trust this," while surrender says, "I'm open to what this might bring." Surrender doesn't mean weakness. It is strength in its purest form. It is the ability to stay centered and calm even when everything around us changes. It's the willingness to release control while still choosing love. This is where true spiritual maturity begins, not in controlling outcomes, but in trusting that we are always being cared for by a higher intelligence. When we begin to live from this trust, we notice that life responds differently. Opportunities appear with less effort. People come into our lives at the perfect time. Solutions arise naturally without force. This is the beauty of surrender. It aligns us with the flow of the universe, where everything unfolds with ease and purpose. The more we let go of resistance, the more we feel supported. Life becomes lighter, simpler, more harmonious. To practice releasing resistance, take a moment each day to breathe deeply and speak to yourself with kindness. Say, I am willing to release the need to control. I allow life to unfold in perfect order. Feel the weight lift from your shoulders as you affirm this. The mind may still try to interfere, but with each breath, you remind it that peace is more powerful than fear. You begin to feel safe in the unknown because you know the unknown is where miracles are born. There are times when surrender feels impossible, when pain seems too heavy to release. In those moments, even a small willingness to trust can open a door. Say quietly, even though I don't understand this right now, I trust that this is guiding me toward healing. That single thought carries power. It begins to dissolve the walls of resistance one brick at a time. And as the walls come down, light enters. The light of understanding, acceptance, and renewal. The healing process often begins with a shift in how we see our experiences. When we change the way we look at life, life itself begins to change. The power of perspective is immense. Two people can go through the same event. One feels destroyed by it, while the other feels transformed. The difference is not in the event itself, but in the story the mind tells about it. When we start to tell gentler stories, stories rooted in growth rather than loss, healing naturally follows. There is a quiet miracle in choosing a new perspective. Instead of saying, "Why did this happen to me?" we can begin to say, "What is this teaching me?" This single question opens a new dimension of awareness. It allows us to step out of victimhood and into empowerment. We realize that every challenge carries within it the seed of transformation. Our role is not to avoid pain, but to find the wisdom hidden within it. When we do, pain becomes purpose and confusion becomes clarity. Take a few moments to reflect on times in your life when something you thought was a loss later revealed itself as a blessing. Perhaps an ending led to a new beginning, or a delay brought you to something more aligned with your heart. Write these down. This simple act of reflection shows your mind that life's design is not random. It is intelligent, compassionate, and loving. You have always been guided, even when you didn't realize it. Perspective is a healer of both the mind and body. When we see life through the lens of trust, our bodies relax. Muscles soften, breathing deepens, and the heart begins to open again. This physical ease allows energy to flow freely through us. The connection between the mind and body is sacred. They communicate in every moment. When the mind worries, the body tightens. When the mind trusts, the body heals. By nurturing the mind with peaceful thoughts, we nourish the body with harmony. The next time you find yourself overwhelmed, place your hand gently over your heart and say, "I choose peace instead of fear." Feel the calm spreading through your body as you say it. This is the power of conscious thought. It transforms not only how we feel, but also how our bodies respond to life. The body listens to every word the mind speaks. When we speak love, the body begins to heal. When we think peace, the body feels safe again. As we align our thoughts with trust, we begin to notice small miracles in our daily lives. A moment of clarity, an unexpected solution, a feeling of lightness where there was once heaviness. These are signs that the universe is working with us, not against us. We begin to move through challenges with more grace, knowing that we are never alone in our healing. Every breath we take is supported by the same life force that sustains the stars. That force flows through us, guiding, nurturing, and restoring us. The mind-body connection reminds us that healing is not only physical, it is emotional and spiritual. When we release the weight of fear, guilt, or regret, we free the body to return to its natural state of balance. Every cell in our body responds to love. Love is not just an emotion, it is medicine. It is the vibration of alignment itself. When we choose thoughts of peace, we bathe our entire being in healing energy. You may notice that as your thoughts become gentler, your body follows. You feel lighter, calmer, more at ease. This is no coincidence. It is proof of the harmony between your inner and outer worlds. The mind sends messages of safety, and the body listens. The more you nurture your inner peace, the more your body mirrors that peace back to you. Healing, then, is not about fixing something broken. It's about remembering your natural state of wholeness. There is a beautiful affirmation that supports this process. My mind and body are in perfect harmony. I release all tension and allow peace to flow through me. Repeat it slowly. Feel it as truth. Each time you affirm peace, you reprogram your inner world to align with calmness and safety. Over time, this becomes your natural response to life. Calm instead of chaos, trust instead of worry, faith instead of fear. Healing happens the moment we stop trying to control and start allowing. The heart heals when it feels safe enough to open. The body heals when it feels loved enough to rest. The mind heals when it feels free enough to trust. Each part of you is always moving toward wellness when you create the right conditions for peace. That is alignment, the union of mind, body, and spirit in gentle cooperation with life. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are meant to flow with life, not fight against it. The more you release resistance, the more your natural harmony returns. You begin to feel lighter, not because the world has changed, but because you have changed your relationship to it. You have stepped out of fear and into trust. You have remembered that everything unfolding is part of a higher plan, and that plan has never forgotten you. Each time you breathe deeply and say, "I allow life to guide me," you realign with that higher wisdom. Each time you choose peace over fear, your body thanks you with a sigh of relief. And each time you let go of resistance, your spirit shines a little brighter. This is what it means to align with the flow of life, to release the struggle and remember that everything is already working out for your highest good. You are safe, you are supported, you are exactly where you need to be. There is something deeply sacred about change. It arrives quietly, sometimes disguised as uncertainty or loss, but its purpose is always the same, to help the soul grow. Each change is an invitation to expand beyond what we've known, to stretch into new understanding. And though the process can feel uncomfortable, it is often within these shifts that the greatest blessings take form. The mind may resist what it cannot predict, but the heart understands that change is life's way of bringing us closer to truth. Every transformation in our lives, no matter how small, holds the potential to awaken something new within us. Think of nature, how the seasons move effortlessly from one to the next. The tree does not mourn the loss of its leaves. It trusts that new growth will come in its time. The same intelligence that guides the seasons also guides our lives. We are part of that same cycle of renewal. When something leaves, it is not an ending, but a preparation. It is the pruning of what no longer serves so that our branches can bloom again, stronger and more radiant. Often, when life changes direction, we hold on to what was because it feels safe. Yet safety found in the past is not the same as peace found in the present. To grow, we must be willing to let go of what once defined us and trust that something greater is unfolding. Growth always requires release, the shedding of old beliefs, attachments, and fears. It is in this letting go that the soul finds freedom. The unknown, once feared, becomes a space of infinite possibility. Every challenge we face carries a hidden gift, It may come in the form of wisdom, strength, or compassion. When we stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" we open ourselves to these gifts. Growth is not always comfortable, but it is always purposeful. The caterpillar does not fight the cocoon, it surrenders to transformation. And in that surrender, it becomes something far more beautiful than it ever imagined. Life never takes without giving. What leaves your life clears space for something better, aligned with your heart. This is the rhythm of the universe: expansion through change, evolution through trust. Each ending carries the promise of new beginnings. When you accept this truth, you no longer fear change. You welcome it as a sign of your becoming. You realize that life is not against you. It is guiding you toward your highest self. In times of transition, simple practices help anchor your energy in peace. Each morning, before the day begins, look into your reflection and gently say, "I trust the process of life. Every change brings me closer to my good." These words are seeds of faith planted in your subconscious. Speak them with love and feel them settle into your being. Over time, they will bloom into calm confidence that no matter what happens, you are safe and supported. You might also take a few moments to write down what change means to you. Instead of labeling it as loss or chaos, describe it as renewal, evolution, and rebirth. The words we use shape the energy we attract. By speaking gently to ourselves, we train the mind to see life not as a threat, but as a gift. In this way, even uncertainty becomes sacred. Trust that the universe never wastes a single moment of your journey. Every person you meet, every experience you have, and every emotion you feel contributes to your awakening. Life rearranges itself around your growth. The pain you once thought would break you often becomes the very soil that allows your strength to take root. What once felt heavy becomes light. What once felt unclear becomes understanding. This is the miracle of alignment. When we begin to live in harmony with this divine flow, something inside us shifts. We stop chasing what we think we want and start allowing what is meant for us to arrive naturally. This is where peace lives, in the quiet confidence that all is unfolding in perfect time. We no longer rush, we no longer force. We live in partnership with life, trusting its rhythm the way the ocean trusts the moon. One of the most beautiful ways to realign with this flow is through simple daily practices that open the heart and calm the mind. Begin with mirror work. Stand before your reflection, look gently into your own eyes and speak words of love. Say, "I am proud of how far I've come. I trust life to guide me perfectly." The reflection is not just your image, it is your soul looking back, asking to be seen, loved, and accepted. Each moment spent in this connection strengthens your alignment with your higher self. Another practice is gratitude writing. Each evening, list 3 experiences from your past that once felt painful, but later brought you growth or understanding. Gratitude transforms memory. It turns wounds into wisdom. By acknowledging how life has always supported you, you deepen your trust in its continued guidance. Even the hardest moments carry the fingerprint of divine love. If your mind feels restless, close your eyes and visualize yourself surrounded by a soft, radiant light. This light is the presence of divine order, the energy of the universe flowing through you. See it moving through your heart, clearing old fears, filling you with peace. Feel yourself relaxing into that light, knowing you are being carried by something far greater than you. This is not imagination, it is remembrance. You are remembering your connection to the source of all love. Realignment is not a one-time event, it is a daily choice. Each morning you choose trust over fear, love over doubt, peace over control. You realign a little more with your true path. Alignment feels gentle. It feels natural. It never asks you to struggle. It invites you to flow. You will know you are aligned when you feel calm inside, even when the outer world is uncertain. That calmness is the voice of your higher self saying, "I am at peace with what is." The more you practice trust, the more signs of guidance you will notice. You may overhear words that seem meant for you, see repeating numbers, or meet people who bring answers you didn't know you needed. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that you are in harmony with life's plan. The universe speaks through signs, but we can only hear it when our minds are quiet and our hearts are open. Stay in peace, and you will recognize the messages that are always being sent your way. Living in flow does not mean life will be free of challenges. It means challenges no longer control you. You face them with calm awareness, knowing that everything has purpose. You stop pushing against the current and begin to float with it, trusting that the same current carrying you also carries wisdom, protection, and grace. In this state of flow, life becomes easier, lighter, more meaningful. You begin to live not through force, but through faith. Each time you align with this flow, you create more space for love. You speak more gently, think more clearly, and feel more connected. Others sense this peace in you. It radiates quietly, touching everything around you. Your energy becomes healing simply because it is harmonious. This is the true power of alignment. It not only transforms your inner world, but blesses your outer one. And so, as we reach this moment of reflection together, let this truth settle gently in your heart. You have never been losing. You have always been aligning. The pieces that once felt broken were never meant to destroy you. They were guiding you to wholeness. Every turn, every pause, every detour has been sacred. Nothing was wasted. Everything has meaning. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Life is not something happening to you. It is something happening through you. It is love in motion, shaping your soul through experience. When you trust this, fear loses its grip. You begin to walk through life with quiet confidence, knowing that whatever leaves makes space for something better. Let these words become your prayer. I trust the process of my life. I release what no longer serves me and welcome what is meant for my highest good. I am in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the universe. Speak them slowly. Feel them in your heart. Each repetition rewires your energy toward faith, peace, and alignment. No matter where you are or what season you're in, you are being guided. The higher plan has always been at work. It knows your heart, your path, and your purpose. You are safe in its hands. Breathe deeply into that knowing. Feel it anchor into your soul. You are not losing. You are awakening. You are aligning with the love that has always carried you. And in that alignment, everything truly begins to make sense. All is well.